Welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by CivicCentre IAS, where we try to discuss the important articles from the Hindu, the Indian Express, and the PIB from the UPSC CSC prelims perspective. Displayed are the list of articles which we are going to discuss in today's video. The first article of today says that there will be no more meetings of the Permanent Indus Commission till the governments of India and Pakistan meet and discuss the renegotiation of the 64-year-old Indus Water Treaty, a highly officially placed official set. In this context, let us talk about the relevant aspects in the article. Firstly, talking about the Indus Water Treaty. See, it is a treaty signed between India and Pakistan regulating the use and distribution of the Indus River system. Notably, it was signed by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and the former Pakistan President Ayub Khan in the year 1960. Furthermore, the treaty was brokered by the World Bank, which too is a signatory to the treaty. Significantly, the pact sought to divide the water of the Indus River and its tributaries, which are the Sutlej, Beas, Ravi, Jhelum and Chenab, equitably among the two countries. Then, moving on to talk about the water sharing under it. See, it allocated the three western rivers of Indus, Chenab and Jhelum to Pakistan for unrestricted use, barring certain non-consumptive agriculture and domestic uses by India, and the three eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Sutlej, were allocated to India for unrestricted usage. So, this means that 80% of the share of water went to Pakistan, while leaving the rest at 20% of water to use by India. Then there is something called the Permanent Indus Commission. See, the treaty is overseen by the Permanent Indus Commission, which is a bilateral body which commissioners from both the countries tasked with implementing and managing treaty provisions and resolving any questions, differences or disputes that may arise. Notably, according to the provisions of the Indus Water Treaty, the Permanent Indus Commission is required to meet at least once a year. Then let's talk about the Indus River. See, the Indus River is one of the world's largest river basins and is an Himalayan river system. Know that it is also known as the Sindhu. Notably, the river flows through China, which is the Tibet region, India and Pakistan. Then in Tibet, it is also known as Singi Kambhai or Lion's Mouth. Then what about its origin? See, the Indus River originates from a glacier near Bhokachu in the Tibetan region in the Kailash mountain range near the Manasarovar lake. Know that the river flows northwest and enters the Ladakh region of India at a place called Demchok. Then once it reaches India, the Indus River flows between the Karakoram and the Ladakh ranges. The left bank tributaries of the river are the Zaskar River, Jhelum River, Chenab River, Ravi River, Beas River, Sutlej River and Panjnad River. Whereas the right bank tributaries are Shyok River, Gilgit River, Hunza River, Swat River, Kunnar River, Kurram River, Golam River and Kabul River. Lastly, the Indus River empties into the Arabian Sea near the city of Karachi in southern Pakistan. The second article of the day says that the Union Cabinet on approved a package that will provide up to 5 lakh each to tribal households and villages across the country to turn their homes into tourist homestays or to build new ones under the Tourism Ministry's Swadesh Darshan scheme. So, this is meant to tap the tourist potential of tribal areas and to provide alternative livelihood. In this context, let us talk about the Swadesh Darshan scheme. See, the Swadesh Darshan scheme is a tourism initiative of the Ministry of Tourism under the Government of India. Know that it was launched in 2014 with the objective of promoting domestic tourism in India. Furthermore, the scheme identifies and develops thematic tourist circuits across the country. Also, it covers different geographical regions, cultures and heritage. Now, the Ministry of Tourism has revamped its Swadesh Darshan scheme as Swadesh Darshan 2.0, in short the SD 2.0. So, talking about the Swadesh Darshan 2.0 scheme, see, the Ministry of Tourism has recently revamped this Swadesh Darshan scheme as Swadesh Darshan 2.0 with the objective to develop sustainable and responsible tourism destinations following a destination and tourism-centric approach. Significantly, the strategic objectives of the scheme are: firstly, to enhance the contribution of the tourism to local economies. Secondly, to create jobs including self-employment for local communities. Thirdly, to enhance the skills of local youth in tourism and hospitality. Fourthly, to increase the private sector investment in tourism and hospitality. And lastly, to preserve and enhance the local culture and natural resources. The third article of the day says that in a boost to space program, the Union government approved Chandrayaan 4 mission to bring back Moon's rocks to Earth, send a spacecraft to orbit Venus, and expand Gaganyaan project to build an Indian space station. In this context, let us talk about Chandrayaan 4 and then about the Venus orbiter mission. See, the Chandrayaan 4, which is slated for launch around 2028, is a groundbreaking lunar sample return mission. Significantly, this mission aims to collect samples from the moon's surface and bring them back to Earth for scientific analysis. Furthermore, the Chandrayaan 4 would involve docking of space modules twice during the mission, when the modules fly back from the moon to unite with the main spacecraft, and when the samples are transferred to the re-entry vehicle. Notably, ISRO has never docked a spacecraft earlier. What is docking? See, docking is a process where two spacecraft moving at extremely high speeds are aligned in a precise orbit and joined together. Furthermore, the Chandrayaan 4 spacecraft will have 5 separate modules in comparison to Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft, which made a historic landing near the south pole of the moon, had 3 modules, which are the propulsion module, a lander, and a rover. Additionally, the constituents of the mission include following modules. Firstly, the lunar propulsion module, which transports the lunar lander and the ascender stages to the moon, similar to the propulsion module used in Chandrayaan 3. Secondly, the lander module, which will touch down on the moon and then, using a robotic arm, collect the samples from the moon. After that, the samples will move to the ascender module. Then the third is the ascender module. So this module will go up from the lunar surface and reach the lunar orbit to dock with the transfer module. Fourthly, the transfer module, which will have lunar samples brought from the ascender module and will transfer these samples to the re-entry module at the lunar orbit. And lastly, the re-entry module, which is designed to withstand Earth's atmospheric pressure, will ensure that the collected lunar samples will remain safe for landing on the Earth. Then moving on to talk about the Venus orbiter mission. See, the Venus orbiter mission is unofficially known as Chandrayaan. Know that this will be India's second interplanetary mission after the Mars orbiter mission, which was launched on November 5th of 2013. Significantly, the mission aims to study the Venusian surface, subsurface, atmospheric processes, and the influence of the Sun on Venus' atmosphere. Notably, Venus is believed to have formed in conditions similar to Earth. So, the planet offers a unique opportunity to understand how planetary environments can evolve very differently. Know that the Venus orbiter mission, to be accompanied by the Department of Space, is envisaged to orbit a scientific spacecraft in the orbit of Venus. Significantly, this is to study the underlying causes of the transformation of Venus, which is believed to have once been habitable and quite similar to Earth. Furthermore, the exploration would be an invaluable aid in understanding the evolution of the sister planets, both Venus and Earth. The next article says that the Union Cabinet approved the continuation of the schemes of the Pradhan Mantri Annadata SanraksHan Abhiyan, in short called the PM-AASHA scheme. In this context, let us talk about these. See, the PM-AASHA scheme is aimed towards ensuring remunerative prices to farmers for their produce. So, the scheme is expected to complement the increase in MSP, which will be translated to farmers' income by way of robust procurement mechanism in coordination with the states. Significantly, the objective is to ensure remunerative prices to farmers for their produce of oil seeds, pulses, and copra of fair average quality. Furthermore, the integrated scheme of PM-AASHA will bring in more effectiveness in the implementation, which would not help in providing remunerative prices to the farmers for their produce, but also control the price volatility of essential commodities by ensuring their availability at affordable prices to consumers. Know that PM-AASHA is an umbrella scheme comprising price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme, and private procurement and stockist scheme. But with the cabinet decision, PM-AASHA will now have the components of price support scheme, price stabilization fund, price deficit payment scheme, and market intervention scheme also. So firstly, talking about the price support scheme, in this part, physical procurement of pulses, oil seeds and copra will be done by the central nodal agencies. Besides NAFED, Food Corporation of India will also take up the procurement of crops under the PSS. Second one is the price deficiency payment scheme, in short called the PDPS. Under this, the center proposes to cover all oil seeds and pay the farmer directly into his bank account the difference between the MSP and his actual selling or model price. The third one is the price stabilization fund. So, This scheme will help in protecting consumers from extreme volatility in prices of agri-horticulture commodities by maintaining strategic buffer stock of pulses and onion for calibrated release to discourage hoarding, unscrupulous speculation, and for supplies to consumers at affordable prices. Lastly, there is market intervention scheme. So this scheme will provide remunerative prices to farmers growing perishable horticulture crops. Furthermore, the government has increased the coverage from 20% to 25% of production and has added a new option of making a differential payment directly into the farmer's account instead of physical procurement under MIS. The next article says that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveiled the NPS-vatsalya scheme announced in the Union Budget as a new pension plan for minors that parents and guardians can contribute to from their early years. So, a minimum of 1000 rupees is needed to open accounts and at least 1000 rupees must be contributed every year till the child turns 18, after which it gets converted into normal national pension system account. In this context, let us talk about NPS-vatsalya. See, the NPS-vatsalya, which is a plan for contributions by parents and guardians for minors, will be introduced. So upon reaching the age of majority, the plan can be seamlessly converted into a regular NPS account. Notably, the NPS-vatsalya scheme is specifically tailored for younger individuals. Talking about its objectives, the scheme offers families a systematic approach to ensure the future financial security of the children and contribute towards their retirement savings. Then, who all are eligible under the scheme? See, all the parents and guardians, whether Indian citizens, NRIs, or OCIs, are eligible to open an NPS-vatsalya account for their minor children. Talking about its benefit, the NPS-vatsalya account, which is opened when a child is minor, allows a significant accumulation for retirement, with 60% available for withdrawal at retirement. Notably, one of the key features of the scheme is its flexibility. So, once a minor turns 18, parents have the option to convert the account into a regular NPS account, ensuring a smooth transition into long-term retirement planning. Notably, the scheme will run under the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, which is a regulatory body for managing and overseeing the pension funds in India. The next article says that the Union Cabinet on Wednesday approved an outlay of 79,156 crore rupees for the Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Abhiyan, which is a new tribal welfare scheme announced in the Union Budget in July. In this context, let us talk about Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Abhiyan. See, the scheme's core objective is to ensure saturation coverage and implementation of central schemes for providing socio-economic conditions of tribal communities. So, the Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Abhiyan envisions saturation of critical gaps in social infrastructure, health, education, livelihood through different schemes of the Government of India by convergence and outreach. Further, it ensures a holistic and sustainable development of tribal areas and communities based on the learnings and success of PM-JJUGA scheme. If we have to talk about the key highlights of the scheme, see, the mission comprises 25 interventions which will be implemented by 17 line ministries. Additionally, the scheme will consist of 25 welfare components under 6 broad categories, which are household and community infrastructure, connectivity, health, education, electrification, economic development. Furthermore, there are 4 goals under it. The first goal is developing enabling infrastructure. Under this, the eligible ST household shall have access to Pakka housing under the PM-AY Gramin with availability of tapped water of Jal Jeevan Mission and electricity supply under RDSS. Also, the eligible ST household shall have access to Ayushman Bharat card. Additionally, ensuring all-weather road connectivity to ST major villages, provide access to mobile connectivity and internet, infrastructure for improving health, nutrition and education. Then, the second goal is promotion of economic empowerment. Under this, skill development, entrepreneurship promotion and enhanced livelihood of self-employment by providing access to training under the Skill India mission and ensuring that ST boys and girls get access to long-term skill courses after 10th or 12th standard every year. Further, marketing support through Tribal Multipurpose Marketing Center, tourist homestays and agriculture, animal husbandry and fishery support for FRA Patta holders. The third goal is universalization of access to good education. So, to increase the GER to the national levels in school and higher education and to make a quality education affordable and accessible to ST students under the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan by setting up tribal hostels in schools at district or block level. Then the fourth goal is healthy lives and dignified aging. So the health category will consist of implementing Ayushman Yojana, provision of mobile medical units and sickle cell disease diagnosis among others. Besides the targets under the six categories, the Abhiyan has also introduced new schemes to promote livelihood and generate income amongst the tribals and forest dwelling communities. These schemes are tribal homestay, sustainable livelihood forest rights holders, improving the infrastructure of government schools and hostels, providing advanced facilities for diagnosis of sickle cell disease, and tribal multi-purpose marketing centers. The next article says that the researchers at Hyderabad-based Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, in short called the INCOIS, has developed integrated ocean energy atlas which maps sites along India's coastline with potential to generate energy from blue renewable sources like tidal waves and currents. In this context, let us talk about integrated ocean energy atlas in brief about INCOIS. See, the Integrated Ocean Energy Atlas showcases the vast potential of ocean wave resources encompassing marine, meteorological, and hydrological energy forms. Significantly, it identifies areas with a high energy generation potential, serving as a reference for policymakers, industries, and researchers. Know that this is a first of its kind atlas in the world, offering an integrated and individual assessment of blue energy reserves across India's exclusive economic zone. Notably, INCOIS estimates around 9.2 lakh terawatt hour of integrated ocean energy per year in India's exclusive economic zone. Furthermore, annual, monthly, and daily energy estimates are available through Web GIS interface at a 5 kilometer grid resolution. Moving on to talk about INCOIS, see, it was established as an autonomous body in the year 1999 under the Ministry of Earth Sciences and is a unit of Earth System Science Organization. Its mandate is to provide the best possible ocean information and advisory services to society, industry, government agencies, and the scientific community through sustained ocean observations and constant improvements through systematic and focused research. The next article says that to a new study, the Earth's gravitational field will temporarily capture a small asteroid called 2024 PT5 in late September. Notably, the asteroid will stay for 2 months before flying off into space. So, while gaining such a mini moon is not new for Earth, the phenomenon is rare in most cases because the asteroids either miss our planet or burn up upon entering the Earth's atmosphere. Significantly, a team of scientists discovered 2024 PT5 on August 7 and published their findings in the journal Research Notes of the American Astronomical Society earlier this month. Then, what is a mini moon? See, mini moons are asteroids that fail to escape Earth's gravity and end up orbiting the planet for some time. They are usually very small and hard to detect. Only 4 mini moons of Earth have ever been discovered, and none of them still orbiting Earth. Then, talking about 2024 PT5, see that 2024 PT5 has come to visit from the Ajna asteroid belt, which is a secondary asteroid belt made of space rocks that follow orbits very similar to that of Earth. Notably, the asteroid was discovered with the help of the NASA-funded Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System ATLAS. Know that it is estimated to be just 33 feet long and is too small to be visible to the naked eye or through typical amateur telescopes. However, the asteroid is within the brightness range of telescopes used by the professional astronomers. Interestingly, the 2024 PT5 could be a small fragment of actual moon, but some researchers suggest that the chances are 2024 PT5 does not even qualify as a mini moon. Also, an asteroid has to orbit the Earth fully at least once, but the 2024 PT5 will perform a horseshoe-shaped orbit. Then, why is this significant? See, the observations of the 2024 PT5 will help scientists expand the knowledge of asteroids that pass close to the Earth and those that sometimes collide with it. Significantly, many asteroids contain valuable minerals and water, which companies hope to extract one day and use for the purposes such as the rocket fuel. The last article is from the PIB, which says that the cabinet approved a Bro Ride scheme to provide cutting-edge research and development in biotechnology. See, the Biotechnology Research Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Scheme, in short called the Bro Ride scheme, approved by the Union Cabinet is a unified umbrella program by the Department of Biotechnology with a budget of 9,197 crore rupees for the 15th Finance Commission period, which is 2021 to 2026. Hence, the scheme merges two previous DBT initiatives and introduces a new component on the biomanufacturing and biofoundry. Significantly, it aims to promote biotechnology research, innovation, and entrepreneurship with a focus on bioeconomy and sustainable biomanufacturing. If we look at the key components of the scheme, firstly, biotechnology research and development, under which grants and incentives for R&D in areas like synthetic biology, biopharmaceuticals, bioenergy, and bioplastics are given. Furthermore, the focus on research for healthcare, agriculture, energy, and environmental sustainability. The second component is industrial and entrepreneurship development. Under this, firstly, nurturing bio-entrepreneurship through seed funding, incubation support, and mentorship for startups. Then facilitating the commercialization of bio-based products through industry-academia collaboration. Lastly, promoting the bioeconomy, contributing towards making India a $300 billion bioeconomy by the year 2030. The third component is biomanufacturing and biofoundry. This is a new component promoting sustainable biomanufacturing aligned with India's green goals and the Lifestyle for Environment initiative. It focuses on developing indigenous biomanufacturing solutions to improve healthcare and agriculture productivity and bio-based products. If we have to look at its objectives, firstly, to support the startups with funding, incubation, and mentorship. Secondly, to support cutting-edge research in biotechnology fields. Thirdly, to accelerate the commercialization of research. Fourthly, to promote environmentally sustainable practices. Then, extramural funding to research institutions and individual researchers. And lastly, capacity building for students and researchers in biotechnology. Significantly, BroRide supports the government's mission to leverage biotechnology for tackling global challenges and aims to position India as a global leader in biotechnology with a goal of achieving $300 billion bioeconomy by 2030 and contributing to the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. So, in today's video, we have discussed 9 articles in total from the Hindu, the Indian Express and the PIB from the UPSC CSC prelims perspective. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow. Thank you.